Welcome everyone to Trades Talk Tuesday. I'm your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. You can call me Pop for short. And on this stream, this is where we talk about the skilled trades, what's involved with it, how to get into them, what to expect, all the other kind of good stuff. Especially when I bust out pictures in the videos for you guys to have a look at. Whether you're watching me on Kick or Rumble or YouTube or Twitch, you are all welcome here. And saying that, I'm going to hit up the chat here. Say hello to Jake D. How you doing, Jake? I'm glad you're beside yourself with the jubilation. Yes, after the false start for this last weekend, not good. Not good at all. Anyway. And hello to you, Godzillionaire, everyone's favorite kaiju. And Alex Moore, nice to see you. I believe you sent me a video on Discord, and I watched it, and I was like, you know what? That is awesome. Find stuff like that, please send it my way. And we'll watch that a little later for those that haven't seen it. So for anybody that doesn't know, I usually read about the news of the week just to see what's going on out in industry because it's important. It'll let you know whether your economy is doing well or whether it's not going to be doing so well. And let's have a look here. I will. That one. Funny thing that I was looking at this, and the one thing that caught my eye was Capital Power and OPG to assess the use of small modular nuclear reactors in Alberta. I am in Alberta, so this has kind of piqued my interest as to what they're going to do with small modular nuclear reactors. Godzillionaire, spoiler alert, the economy is not doing well. And welcome, Cinema Anarchy. A pleasure to meet you. I don't believe I've seen you before. Welcome to the Trades Talk. Just going to go through some news here to see what's going on or out in industry. The feasibility assessment will take 2 years to complete and will include exploring ownership and operating structures for a potential fleet of grid-scale SMRs in Alberta. Edmonton Capital Power Corp and Ontario Power Generation are joined together to assess the feasibility of developing small modular nuclear reactors to help Alberta's electricity grid. At an announcement Monday in Edmonton, the two companies said small modular reactors, or SMRs, will be critical in the years to come if Canada and Alberta are to meet growing demand for clean electricity. They said the feasibility assessment will take 2 years to complete and will include exploring ownership and operating structures for a potential fleet of grid-scale SMRs in Alberta, creating a carbon-neutral energy system that prioritizes reliability and affordability. Wow! Accommodating growing demand is one of the most unprecedented transitions of our time, said Capital Power CEO Avik Dey in Monday's announcement. Carbon neutral. Yeah, but then you have nuclear waste to deal with. So don't blow smoke up my ass and tell me it's sunshine about your nuclear reactors when you have to deal with the leftover rods. The nuclear rods and disposal of them. So, I mean, I'm all for it. Go ahead. I mean, this last cold snap we had, they sent us an alert on our phones that the power grid may experience some rolling blackouts or such. And it put a big scare into everybody because you don't want to have your power go out in minus 40 degree weather, and minus 40 is the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit. So when you hit that low, having your power go out is the absolute worst case scenario. You just mail the nuclear waste to China, thus carbon neutral. Hey, I'm all for that, Godzillionaire. The state will be happy to dispose of glorious waste, preferably 80% enriched waste. I thought so. Nuclear energy is and must be a critical part of the clean energy transition and part of our power generation fleet here in Alberta if we are to become carbon neutral. Nuclear energy isn't clean. It has all the nuclear waste at the end of it. That's what they're ignoring. Small modular reactors are a type of nuclear technology that is far smaller, cheaper, and faster to build than a traditional nuclear reactor. They are fully scalable, usually in the range of 10 to a few hundred megawatts, and can be built to suit a wide variety of applications. SMRs remain largely untested on a commercial scale, but proponents believe their time has arrived. Ontario Power Generation is already building North America's first fleet of SMRs at the Darlington nuclear site in Ontario. With the first of these 4 units is expected to be complete by 2028 and online by the end of 2029. Yeah, Ontario has way more nuclear reactors than like all the other provinces. Last year, the federal government, through the Canada Infrastructure Bank, committed almost $1 billion to the Darlington project. While the company hasn't yet publicly released an estimated capital cost for its Darlington SMRs, Ontario Power Generation CEO Ken Hartwick said small-scale nuclear is far more affordable than a conventional nuclear plant and represents a realistic opportunity to help decarbonize Canada's electricity grid. I'm very convinced this is comparable in cost with wind, solar, batteries, or any other combination of those, Hartwick said Monday. Yeah, I mean, sounds like there's just... I'm not convinced. They keep yapping it up here. Carbon neutral this, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's, I don't know. We'll see. One man's trash, another man's war crimes, as the Whoop Stutzkin saying goes. Yeah. Hey, Whoopa, good to see you. Plan is glorious. Who do I need needing to bribe to acquire a reactor? People that tout clean energy have never taken a physics class. There's always waste and loss in any reaction. So true, Godzilla. So true. SMR small maple reactors. Hey, if we can run on maple syrup, I think we might have something here. Just think of the horrors we could begin being unleashed. Yes, Jake D, you and your horrors. In Canada, 4 provinces, New Brunswick, Ontario, Saskatchewan, and Alberta, have agreed to collaborate on the advancement of SMRs as a clean energy option, and Canadian researchers are working on new materials and designs that could make SMRs practical in a large range of new uses. SMRs have even been touted as a potential solution for Alberta's oil sands, one that could replace the vast volumes of fossil fuels burned in the oil sands production process. Okay. I mean, I know they do like use a lot of hot water and such when they're washing the tar sands there. But I mean, all they're doing is really extracting the oil from the tar sands, and at the end product is just sand that they have, and I'm sure some heavier metals and such. Monday's announcement about SMRs came after a weekend of bitterly cold temperatures strained the capacity of Alberta's electrical system. The province's grid operator appealed to consumers to preserve power in order to prevent rotating blackouts. Yes, told you guys that. We got an alert on our phones, and we were doing everything we could to at my place anyway, try to lessen our usage. Alberta's Utilities Minister Nathan Neudorf said the situation was a reminder of how important it will be to ensure the province's electricity grid has the right mix going forward. Alberta, which has very little hydroelectric generating capacity, but a rapidly expanding wind and solar power footprint, still depends heavily on fossil fuels in the form of natural gas and electricity for electricity generation. Yes, we changed our coal plants over to run on natural gas. So we used to use a lot of coal. Now we use natural gas for it, which is cleaner. So I don't know what these guys are losing their minds over. You can put scrubbers on things, and you can, electrostatic precipitators and all those kind of things to catch any of your exhaust gases that you're outputting. I would really like to see what the real pollution is coming out of our natural gas powered power plants. You promise it will only be used for peaceful purpose. Oh, okay, yeah. Peacekeeping missions where Whoop Stutzka works to bring the world to peace under our banner by force. You're watching a video from Chicago today about the fleet of dead Teslas that couldn't charge because it was too cold. The batteries could never get warm enough to fast charge. Yep. 100%, Godzilla, 100%. During this cold snap, I was paying attention, obviously, to the news and all that, and people that drove, not hybrids, but drove like electric cars and all that, were saying that their distance to travel, it was cut. So normally if they had like a 300-mile travel distance they could go on their charge, it was down to 100. They just couldn't do it. They had to stop way too many times to charge up their vehicle. So that's why I always tell people that self-driving cars, electric cars will not work. They won't work in northern Canada. It just won't cut it. You won't be able to do it in the wintertime. All right. What else here? SMRs will soon play a role in growing our economy and reducing our emissions, he said. I think it makes great sense for Alberta to be looking at this, especially given their investment in renewables, said Jacques Hornweg, a clean energy expert with the Canadian Global Affairs Institute. Having a small modular reactor in the system means that you can get the most out of your renewables when you're operating, but you have that base load or load following capability that is low carbon. The challenges facing the deployment of SMRs in Canada include regulatory hurdles as well as whether commercial scale projects can be completed on budget. Recently, an Oregon-based company called NewScale canceled a proposed SMR project south of the border, citing concerns around escalating costs. But Hornweg said the real appeal of the technology is the way it can be scaled up or down as needed. There are a lot of places in Alberta, for sure, that may not be able to benefit from a traditional scale reactor, but there are many regional centers as well as many off-grid or very specific purpose uses where a modular reactor could make a lot of sense, she said. Give me some examples. Don't just say, oh yeah, it makes sense if in this particular place. Potential here is huge in terms of being an enabler of decarbonization in Alberta. Yeah, just shut up about your decarbonization. That's what I say. Also take my weather back. Never. It was a nice balmy minus 15 degrees Celsius today. It was great. Your old reliable 2000 Toyota Corolla did not want to start last night, but you got her to work after a bit. Attaboy. Yeah. I had to take my battery charger out to my car the one day. It was minus 40. And clamp it on there and just give her the boost. Finally, the engine just cranked over and it started up. And then I didn't shut it off all weekend. I'm not kidding. Overnight, while I was sleeping, my car was running in my driveway. And yeah, I ran it all weekend. And nobody came and took it away, and nobody came and did anything to it. It just stayed there and ran. It's 15 right now. You're warming the car up and making coffee. There you go. Cheers for the working man, Alex. Hey, Gap, how you doing? Nice to see you. Your mom's old house had to go outside and check pipes. Yeah, yep. My pipes froze up on Saturday. Or actually, my pipes froze up on Friday. So there was just one little piece that wasn't covered in heat tape or had any insulation around it, and all it took was for that to get cold enough to stop the water from flowing. But it's back now, so we're all good. Still rocking a hoodie to work, though. Yeah, well, keep warm, man. Do what you can. Dress for the, dress for the weather. Your comfort is more important. Roller steel needs some oil, but you didn't want to freeze your ass off too much, so that's a next afternoon problem. Good idea. Doing good other than the 7 degrees outside right now. Got the faucet dripping. Yeah. Good idea, Gap. Keep the faucet dripping. Just that little bit of flow will help. Hopefully it won't freeze up. Let's have a look at some of these other articles here. Aurora Resources signs agreement to achieve a 20% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. I think reading that'll just make me all kinds of angry. Let's skip that one. Mazda adopts North American charging standard for North American BEVs. Really? Let's see what Mazda's up to. This edition will provide access to over 15,000 Tesla superchargers across North America. Oh, you going to go to sleep now? Or hibernation in this weather? Okay. Have a good one, Jake D. Have yourself a good sleep. Stay warm. And, yeah, enjoy the snow. I'll send some more over to you tomorrow. Mazda Motor Corporation announced an agreement was reached with Tesla Incorporated to adopt the North American charging standard. Charging ports on the company's battery electric vehicles launched in North America from 2025 onward. Mazda will drive adoption of NACS to provide customers with a broader range of charging options. This addition will provide Mazda BEV customers with greater charging convenience through access to more than 15,000 Tesla superchargers across North America. Okay, good for them. Like, honestly, they should have like something that's a universal adapter that you can charge anywhere. You saw about me today? You saw a video on Twitter where this woman has a master's degree, but her husband is in the trades, and she said he makes 4 times more than she does. Yeah. Alex sent me that one, Gap. I watched that one, and I'm just like, I was just nodding my head when she was talking. I'm just like, yep, She does not recommend, she stopped listening at Mazda. Will provide customers with broad. Whoopa is hoping for that. She does not recommend college because she said college is for, it's not for everyone. She says, go into the trade, you'll make more money. Yes. Yes, I agree. Unless you're like really into like taking college and learning one of the sciences there or something like that, and that's something that you really want to do and you excel in, great. But if you're not sure what to do, take the time and consider a trade school, because it's something that'll never be taken away from you. Once you learn it, you keep it with you for the rest of your life, and your skills grow and grow as you do more and more of your trade. What do we got here? WorkLeap expands AI uses for employees. Patriot Battery Metals commences Quebec's largest lithium drill campaign. Ooh. I'm interested. What is that all about? Patriot Battery Metals has commenced the 2024 winter drill campaign in its wholly owned Corvette property located in the James Bay region of Quebec. The company has completed the construction of a winter road, approximately 20 kilometers long, extending site across from all-season Trans-Taiga Road to the CVS drill area. The winter drill program has commenced and is planning to increase to 10 drill rigs by the end of January until April. A minimum meterage of 45,000 meters is anticipated to be completed over the winter period. The primary objective of the program is infill drilling to improve the confidence of the C5 pegmatite's geological model to support an upgrade in the confidence of the maiden mineral resource estimate from the inferred category of the indicated category. Sounds like word salad to me. This is the most aggressive drill campaign undertaken to date by the company at the Corvette property. The company intends to provide an updated mineral resource estimate to the market in the third quarter of 2024. We have another huge year ahead of us with this aggressive drill campaign to upgrade the resource and continue to de-risk the project. It's an exciting time for the company, said Blair Way, President, CEO, and Director. Okay, so they're looking for lithium, I guess. Best of luck to you. Oh, yes. WorkLeap expands AI uses for employees. I don't know if I should read this one. According to a recent survey, 1 in 4 organizations plan to increase their use of automation or AI. WorkLeap, a software company, has unveiled AI capabilities across its WorkLeap Office Vibe, WorkLeap Onboarding, and WorkLeap Skills products. Do you think they could say WorkLeap enough in this article? WorkLeap stands out for 2 key qualities. First, its simplicity enables it to support users without being intrusive. And second, its depth of functionality creates enjoyable user experiences. AI has the potential to revolutionize the employee experience, amplifying HR teams' ability to understand, engage, and develop their people, said Anod Gonpal, VP of Products at WorkLeap. According to a recent survey, 1 in 4 organizations plan to increase their use of automation or AI in recruiting and hiring, while 20% of organizations plan to increase their use of AI for performance management in the next 5 years. Increase their use of AI for performance management. WorkLeap's AI investment across its software aims to meet the continued demand for AI and automation within organizations. Incorporating AI into products our customers already rely on means organizations can reap the benefits of new capabilities that would only be dreamed about. Our AI capabilities dramatically boost productivity for employees, managers, and executives alike. Well, first of all, don't trust AI. If managers and owners and presidents can find ways to get rid of people and use AI instead, they will. So, first of all, don't praise it. It's not going to be used to benefit anybody except the people that are in charge. So, and using it for recruiting and hiring, I mean, they're just going to make it look for keywords in resumes, I assume. And then they want to use it for performance management. So what does that mean? Does that mean it's going to judge how well you're doing at your job? They're going to let AI judge how you're doing at your job, rather than a human who talks to you and watches you work. Yeah, this is stupid. Yeah, don't. I would never embrace this at all. I think it's one of the dumbest things they can do. But they were all, don't forget, companies are always going to try to cut costs where they can. Cutting people, because if they can get a robot or AI to do it, they will. This new AI will help map out the stars. We'll call it the net in the sky. Yes. Say it ain't so, Godzillionaire. Translation: WorkLeap increases plans to try and cut payroll. In the Gimli voice, never trust a bot. Yeah, exactly, Gap. AI judge, what the fuck? I mean, geez. That they, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And this last one, International Battery Metals signs term sheet for MDLE plant. What the hell is an MDLE plant? Oh, okay. International Battery Metals Limited signs a term sheet for deployment of our modular direct lithium extraction plant, MDLE, with a customer in the western United States. The MDLE plant utilizes proprietary selective absorption media, minimizing the use of chemicals, reducing byproduct waste, and recovering over 98% of processed water. The customer is a producer of metals and minerals, including the production of battery-grade lithium carbonate. Pursuant to the term sheet, IBAT will begin mobilizing the MDLE plant to the customer site, where it will be integrated into existing production facilities. The initial targeted production following commissioning is approximately 4,000 metric tons per annum of lithium carbonate, with the goal of increasing this production to over 8,000 metric tons per annum by optimizing the MDLE plant. The integrated system will represent the first commercial direct lithium extraction operation to go online in North America. You have to use your volume booster tonight? It sounds super low in the car? Oh. Was I not coming through loud enough there for anybody else? I think I've got it well, I guess I could turn the gain up on my microphone, but... Hey, Nico. Yeah, how am I sounding out there, you guys? Am I doing okay? The integrated system will represent the first commercial direct lithium extraction operation to go online in North America. The term sheet provides for mobilization fees and cost-sharing arrangements for the commissioning and optimization of the MDLE plant. Once the MDLE plant completes the initial commissioning, the term sheet also provides the IBAT that IBAT will be entitled to monthly equipment rentals and royalties based on the volumes produced and the realized sales value of the lithium carbonate. Additionally, the customer will have certain options to purchase the MDLE plant, while IBAT will retain all the technology rights, the royalties, and be the exclusive supplier of the absorption media to the customer. Well, they really got a lock on that. Okay. No, Whoopa, you can hear me, but you do have me on full blast on your computer. Right. Oh, there we go. How's that? Crank that up a little more. Is that should be okay now, I hope. Try to turn the gain up a bit and see if I can't bring myself up into the yellow. Okay, so this plant, our MDLE plant, is the industry leader, leading direct lithium extraction technology available today. We are very excited about the opportunity to reach full commercialization. Look forward to future developments with our outstanding customer. Okay, yeah, so they did all right with this. And it's all for batteries. So all this lithium extraction we're hearing about. So this one was International Battery Metals. The last one we read was they were drilling in Quebec for lithium. So all these electric cars now, they are needing lithium for their batteries. So I mean, they better be mining it. I mean, I heard that's why they now you can call me crazy if you want, but I heard that's why they went into Afghanistan. They went in Afghanistan because there's a bunch of lithium there. So, call me crazy. It might have been one of the reasons they went there. Divert all power to the main thrusters. I think we've got it covered now. I'm pretty sure I'm all right. So, that's it for the articles there from Plant Magazine. We'll move along to the job market forecast, key skills and booming industries. I know it says Canada here, but it might apply to you guys as well in the US. What's that, Whoopa? Luckily, lithium mining isn't bad for the environment. Yeah, lucky it doesn't tear up the earth, right? Open pit mining and all that kind of stuff. The professional landscape of Canada in 2024 presents a dynamic and evolving job market, with particular industries playing crucial roles in the country's growth. The labor market outlook for various professions, including healthcare, skilled trades, cybersecurity professionals, and others, indicates a range of conditions from balanced markets to skilled worker shortages. This underscores a significant opportunity for individuals considering a career in these areas. It also signals to educators and policymakers the need for targeted initiatives to address labor gaps. There you go. They need to take action on the gaps in the labor, like the labor that's we're having. Okay, number 1, healthcare professions. 2, information technology. Number 3, skilled trades. Roles, mechanics, carpenters, electricians. Skills and qualifications required: technical certifications, hands-on experience, and problem-solving abilities. Skilled trades continue to be indispensable. Electricians, mechanics, and carpentry professionals are vital in various industries, contributing to maintenance and infrastructure development. In Manitoba, a combined annual labor gap of 451 for these occupations expected to 2026. Key insights for these occupations include predominantly working in construction, with trends driven by robust construction activity and infrastructure investments, and employed in manufacturing, engineering services, and utilities, influenced by advanced manufacturing processes and automotive industry investments. Okay. Hey, the Angry Canadian, you're stopping by to say hi and leave a like. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I like the fact that you rebuilt your PS4 controller. Look at you go. There's a good example, everybody, to see the skilled trades coming in handy. Angry Canadian rebuilt his PS4 controller. Finance and accounting, sales and marketing, engineering, human resources. Not much of a very good article at all. The Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce. You guys suck. Anyways, let's try this here. 72 types of trades to learn for a successful career. This is from Indeed. Indeed's career guide. He shouldn't have kept throwing it against the wall when he raged. Yeah. You gotta be calm. Don't game angry. What are trades and types of trades? Trades refer to manual labor jobs that require training or a highly specific skill set. Examples of types of trade jobs include being a plumber, hairstylist, or landscaper. While you can choose to go to a vocational school to receive occupation-specific training in your desired trade, employers may provide on-the-job training, depending on which job role or industry you choose. Trades exist within a wide range of industries, making it easy for professionals to find a career that is both financially and professionally satisfying. Here's the benefits. Benefits of learning a trade. High earning potential. Although many trade professions do not require a degree, they typically have an earning potential that equals or exceeds the average salaries of individuals who have completed an undergraduate program. Unions are also very common in many trade industries, and they can empower employees to negotiate for higher wages. Once you have gained enough hands-on experience working on your chosen trade, you may even consider starting your own company, which can help you generate more income. They were too busy watching the Jets. They didn't focus on the article. They're probably just glad the Jets are back. Less of a time commitment. One of the most popular benefits of pursuing a trade career is that you can start gaining work experience and earning a desirable salary right after high school or a 2-year trade program. Entering the workforce while young can help you accumulate more wealth throughout your lifetime. It can also help you save up for large purchases such as a new car or a house while many of your peers are still attending school. So for my experience, I went right after high school. I went right into a trade school, while my buddies that I went to high school with, they went and just started working. And I had to learn and stay in school a little longer, but it was short-term pain for long-term gain. More cost-effective. Since most trades do not require a degree, you can begin your career without collecting a significant amount of student loan debt. That is most important. I did not have a student loan when I went to trade school. I was able to, it was very affordable. I think it was like $110 a month, and then books on top of that. But still, just for tuition, that is, excellent as far as paying for post-secondary education. Trades professionals can save a lot of money by attending a cost-effective vocational program, pursuing an apprenticeship, or starting an entry-level position after they graduate high school. This can provide you with more financial stability as a young adult. They say they're highly satisfying careers. If you enjoy working with your hands to build, install, or create new things, you may find a trade career very fulfilling. Professionals who work in trades hone their skills to become highly specialized. Many trades are well respected and held in high esteem, which can help you take pride in your work. Job security. Although job outlook for trades may vary based on the industry, most trade jobs project strong prospects in the future. By mastering a trade, you can learn a useful skill set that is in high demand. This can provide you with job security and opportunities to advance throughout your career. Yeah, job security. If you are, a skilled in the trades, somebody who's not, they're going to be, they'll be laid off. You'll be kept around. It means a lot to have that certificate. Here's 14 skilled residential trades: mason, carpenter, Additional skilled residential trades: drafter, home inspector, mechanical installer, painter, roofer, construction worker, house cleaner, framer, carpet installer, mechanical insulator, plumber, electrician. Trades are also good for the apocalypse. That's right. You can build stuff. And especially if you don't rely on power tools, if you are skilled with hand tools, you've got it made. You don't need electricity to build things, to run that hacksaw or hammer and chisel or whatever it may be. You can use those skills to build things without any power. 8 skilled cosmetic trades: nail technician, barber, esthetician, hair colorist, eyebrow threader, eyebrow waxer, hairstylist, laser hair removal technician. Ooh. That would be fun. You could play with lasers. 11 skilled medical trades: registered nurse. I never considered a nurse as a medical trade. I mean, I love what they do. Nurses are great. But this is weird that they're doing that. Dental hygienist, EMT, occupational therapist, cardiac technician, medical sonographer, licensed practical nurse, radiation therapist, medical laboratory technician, physical therapist, respiratory therapist. 18 skilled energy and industrial trades: a welder, HVAC. So during this cold snap, HVAC guys were busy because the H in HVAC stands for heating. And every single one of them were swamped with people phoning about their furnaces. I myself had to phone and have somebody come in and look at our furnace because it just, I was getting ready for my stream in the morning on Sunday for anime chat, and my wife came in and she's like, the furnace isn't working. I was like, uh-oh. So yeah, we had to call somebody in, and it turns out it was the thermostat. The thermostat was no good. So, pay the money, get a new thermostat installed, boom, furnace is running. But yeah, that was crazy. After all these years, and it was a 14-year-old thermostat, but it just gave up. It didn't want to turn on the furnace anymore. Just replaced the blinds, just replaced mines, you think, a year and a half ago? Don't get one of those smart thermostats? No. The only thermostat I have, it's on or off. You can set the time you want it to come on, you set the time you want it to come off. It's not connected to a phone or anything like that, or network or anything like that. It's just turn it on, turn it off. Here's some more here. A mechanic, solar installer, automotive service technician, wind turbine technician, boiler maker, steel worker, CNC machine tool programmer, steam fitter, diesel mechanic. And I've mentioned CNC machine tool programmer before. That's probably where all the good jobs will be if you're just into programming, because then they'll just hire an operator who will just change parts out at the machine itself when it's running. Diesel mechanic, rotary drill operator, electric power line technician, pipe fitter, extraction technician, marine mechanic, heavy equipment operator, iron worker. You want to play Skyrim on your thermostat? Yeah. Can it play Doom though? That's the question. I think I saw somebody have what was it? Was it not a toothbrush? They had a really small electronic thing there, and the guy got Doom to play on it. It was crazy. I'll have to try to find it. 8 skilled technology trades. Once again, software engineer. You're an engineer. You're not a tradesman. Don't tell me you're a tradesman when you're an engineer. Application developer, graphic designer, web developer, database administrator, technical support specialist, game developer, search engine optimization specialist, Additional skilled trades. Once again, I disagree with this. Interior designer, landscape technician. Okay, locksmith I do agree with. Locksmith, truck driver, air traffic controller, elevator installer, massage therapist, paralegal, photographer, commercial driver, millwright, pet groomer, potter. Huh. Yeah, I know. I saw that too. Interior designer as a trade. It's like, what? Get out of here with that. Okay. How do you compare millwright to pet groomer? Yeah. Hey, that's a. Don't they have to go to 4-year program for that? Okay, here's the smallest thing that Doom is run on. Just because we were talking about that. Adafruit creates tiny handheld device for playing Doom. Has only a 1.3-inch display but runs Doom at full speed using 240 MHz processor. There's gotta be other stuff though. There we are, the weirdest devices that can play Doom. Potato-powered calculator. Playing Doom with a rotary phone gamepad. Doom on a Nordic Track treadmill. I mean, hey, that would be good if you have to run to make him run. That's a good idea. Then they should just have the fire buttons there on the sides where you hang on. Doom on your iPod. Oh. Run Doom on a camera. Looks like a Canon camera. No way. Firing it up. Yeah, there you go. Oh, is that it? Massage tech, a trade, you guess? Yeah, exactly. Massage technician. I know we're taking a little bit of a sidetrack here, but wanted to see what's the 15 wildest things that Doom can be played on. You can play it in Minecraft, apparently. Treadmill. Ticket validator. Okay, that's pretty. A vape. iPod mini. Karaoke machine. Pregnancy test. I think this is the one I was trying to remember. It's such a small screen. You can play Doom on your pregnancy test. Play it on your thermostat. MacBook Pro Touch Bar. Oh, and the Siemens or Sony Ericsson phone. Yeah, phones are. Play it on your Apple Watch. The chainsaw. Play it on the NES. Wow. Play it on Sonic Mania. The Elder Scrolls 3. Really? Huh. Anyways, there you go, guys. There's some of the weirdest things they can play. That thing that Alex sent me. Let's see if I can capture that here. this, and this, and do this. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but let's see.
So everyone pushes college, 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 and I went to college. I have a master's degree. I make very good money for my age. My husband did not go to college, and I've talked about this on here before, and I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand it. So I'm going to throw it into perspective for you, and I say it not to brag, but to hopefully help any of you. I have a college degree. He has a high school diploma. He went to trade school right after high school. He got his certificates and everything. And here we go. So this past July, he had already brought home more than my gross salary this year. Come December, he will have quadrupled my salary. Quadrupled it.
Now, how much do you think she's like just disgusted with the way she was lied to about college? Because I'm sure that's what all the people were pushing her into, her teachers and all that, and guidance counselors were probably like, oh yeah, college, that's the way to go. That's where you want to be. You know, don't do anything else. Go to college. Yeah, that's the video. Yeah. Let's keep going here.
If he decides to pick up overtime on a weekend, a 2-day weekend, if he picks up overtime, he brings home that weekend, just in those 2 days, more than I make in a 2-week check. I have a master's degree. He has a high school diploma. So that reason right there is why I will not push college on anyone.
Yeah, he has a high school diploma, but he also has a trades ticket. She has to remember that. Oh,
if you think that college is not for you and you want to try a trade school, obviously look into it, see if you think that you have what it takes, and then 100% do it. Do it. I don't think that enough people are talking about this. And it is 100% worth it if you stick with it. He's been doing it for 8 years, so obviously he has made his way up the ladder. But if he leaves his job today, 100% guarantee he will make the exact same amount of money wherever else he decides to go. I cannot stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. I am so jealous. Like, he doesn't have student debt. Nothing. And he's quadrupling my salary in 1 year.
There you go. That's a rousing endorsement for the trades. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Good for her. You know? And it's nice to see that she's not like bitchy about it, angry, strong independent women, and my husband or my boyfriend makes more money, but I went to college. Nope, she can see right there that she was lied to. All these, get a college degree. Not saying she's not making good money, but he's making way more than she is by being in the trades. So that should be an eye-opener for a lot of people out there that are wondering if the trades are any good. Okay, you guys, picture time. I know you guys are excited. You guys like pictures. I actually have pictures and video today. And these are fresh. Fresh meaning that I just took them today. This, boom. Okay. Pump and motor, okay? Motor right here, right? No big deal. Pump and motor setup. This is a pump that pumps hot oil. Keep everything flowing, because sulfur is funny that way. You have to keep it at a certain temperature. So this helps pump the hot oil around the plant. As you can see, snow on the ground, right? This is outside. It's not in a building. This is outside, out in the open, exposed to the elements, very cold. Whatever temperature it is outside that's what it's going to be here. So, some of you might know, Saturday, just as my stream was going to start for playing the game Golden Sun, I got a phone call. That's what it's like to be on call if you're the only maintenance guy. You know, you get called in. This thing was making a very loud racket, and it wasn't sounding very good. It was scaring the guys, and so they called me in to. They thought maybe change the oil in it, make it a little thinner, put some thinner stuff in. But as you can see, it was a sad time, wasn't it, Whoopa? Yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys. I wanted to play the game, but you know what? Work has to come first. So this motor and the fan at the back here, that's covered by this fan shroud, it blows a lot of air. So much so, it blows all the heat away from the pump here. So any heat this thing was trying to keep, it was, that's insulation gap. So anyways, it's wind chill, right? Everyone has heard of wind chill. When the wind blows, it gets colder. So if the air that was moving from this motor was blowing all the heat away from the pump. And so the pump was having a hard time. And when lubrication gets thick and it doesn't oil properly, you're going to have trouble with the bearings. You're going to have trouble with the whole pump making a racket and not being very happy. Because thick lubrication is not what you want. You want very viscous stuff when you're in cold weather. Yeah, as cold as it was, probably could have taken the fan off the electric motor and been fine. Okay, so this pump can't stop, or otherwise the whole plant shuts down. So if this pump shuts off or fails, you have to shut down the whole plant. You can't run the plant without this motor and pump setup. So what I did instead is I took some of this insulation and I put it in front of the motor and around it to stop the air from getting blown onto the pump. This insulation was already on here. The guys did it and put it on, so good for them. So what I did is I opened up the drain for the oil, and nothing came out. It was so thick. So after putting the insulation in the way, right away the pump sounded a lot better, because it wasn't getting the heat taken away from it by the wind created by the motor. And after that, yeah, here's another shot of it here. So here's the pump itself, right? This is where the impeller is in that. There's the inlet is right here. That's the inlet. This is the discharge. Right? And there's the pump body that houses the bearings and the shaft, and the lubricating oil is inside. And yeah, it was a very simple matter of just blocking the air from moving across the pump, and then thinning out the oil, the lubrication oil inside the pump. So a little bit of kerosene mixed in with some of the lubricating oil makes it a lot thinner, and then we poured some of that in, and right away this thing was back in business. It was not making any harsh noise anymore, and it settled right down. And I also have a video of that today. Let's grab that. Yes, Gap, it has to stay exposed like that all the time. There's no cover for it. If you guys can see that. So yeah, there's you can just see the oil level in there. Just constant Constantly runs. That thing runs 24/7, 365. So no matter what, a lot of the machinery runs all the time. And that's the only one we don't have a redundant setup for, which is something I wouldn't mind seeing. If we could have a secondary pump and motor setup. But it gets rebuilt every year. I did it myself. I rebuilt that one myself last year. The plant gets shut down every year, Godzillionaire. So it gets shut down for about a month. And in that amount of time, we have to get things rebuilt. And on any jobs that need to be done when the plant is down, have to be done at that time. But yeah, I mean, having a scheduled shutdown is excellent. If I wonder about these other companies that don't do that. It's like, why would you not? This is the best thing you can do, is have a planned shutdown. You can get all the things done that you don't usually get a chance to do because everything's running. So yeah, it's amazing. I'm glad they do that. It's one of the few good things that the company does is planned shutdown. But yes, and what I wanted to get out of that was that the extreme cold, and I mean extreme cold, plays havoc with a lot of the equipment. It's amazing that what it does. Like, you wouldn't think when things get that cold. But let's see here. Temperature. Enough. Come on, get bigger. There we go. So here's your Fahrenheit Celsius scale here. And I know it says sample. It's terrible. Find something else. How's that? That's better. Okay. Yeah, and when you get to minus 30 and minus 40 or minus 22, minus 40 Fahrenheit, things do not want to move. Things don't want to work. Even getting into your car. Like, you know, when you get into your car and you sit down in the chair and there's a little bit of give, you got some nice soft cushion. It's like, this feels nice. When you get into your car and it's minus 30, it's like sitting on a block of ice. There is no give. Like, it's crazy. When I went to grab a extension cord, you know how people tell you can't push a rope? When it's that cold, you can push a rope. There's no give. It's unbelievable how frozen things get, you know? See if I can't find something here. Give me a moment. No. Let's see. You'll stick with your 100 Fahrenheit summers? Yeah, I bet you will. Sounds like you're a little spoiled over there, Godzillionaire. Like, we have cold weather extension cords, but even then, I think just gets too darn cold for them sometimes. Like, they're supposed to stay flexible when it gets really cold out. Ah, sorry. Do that. Okay. Move to Missouri and you can get both 0 Fahrenheit and 100 Fahrenheit. Yay! Yeah, that's quite the temperature range. You spelled misery wrong. Picking on the Missouri guys. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's crazy, and you know, stuff you didn't think would get affected does. It's crazy. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. I wouldn't do it again. But I'm pretty sure we'll get another couple of cold snaps before the March. It's usually when things start to smarten up a bit and we don't get as cold. But I'm prepped for them now. That's the one thing I recommend to you guys. If you know you're gonna get something, or you can, if you can prep for like really cold weather coming. If I get another cold spell, keep it to yourself. But I like to share. I mean, that's what I'm all about here. I'm all about sharing with you guys, especially with my fellow Wupstotskans. Because, you know, it's all about what's mine is yours, and what's government is mine, and what's mine is government. So I like to share with Wupstotska government. So yeah, don't forget, during cold weather, dress in layers. Make sure you got enough fuel in your vehicle. You don't want to get caught. Make sure you got winter tires, or at least all weather tires. Look for the little snowflake symbol on them. And you know, just don't leave yourself exposed for long periods of time. I've had minor frostbite on my fingers, and it's not fun. I got like little black dots forming on the tips of my fingers. The one year, this was about 10 years ago, maybe 15. But it was all, I was driving a elevated work platform. The boss had told me, "Hey, drive that thing out there," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And yeah, it was dark and cold, and I drove out to where it needed to go, and thankfully I had a buddy driving behind me in one of the trucks, so I was able to get out of the aerial platform and jump into the truck and warm up. But yeah, next time I'm just going to say no, because we have legislation here that says you can refuse unsafe work. So if somebody tells you to go out in the extreme cold and do a job, you can be like, I refuse. And there's nothing they can do about it. They can't fire you or anything like that. So yeah, next time. But then again, you know, when you're dumb and young and dumb and you want to impress the boss, you know, show them that you can do the job, but it's not worth losing your fingers over. But I recovered. I didn't lose any fingers or anything like that. It was a bit of a scare though. So yeah, next time. Well, there is no next time. I'm old enough now. I stand up for myself and be like, "Hey, no, I'm not doing that right now, and I don't think it's a good idea." And we can get our safety officer involved. And if you want to go even further than that, you know, we'll call OSHA and see what they have to say. Yeah, when you're young and dumb, you feel indestructible. The source is you're young and dumb. Uh-oh, Rupa's self-aware. Uh-oh. That's good. Good for you, Rupa. Anyways, I think it's just about time to wrap her up there, fellas. This was a fun time. I'm glad I got to do it again. And I'm hoping that on next Saturday and Sunday it'll be uninterrupted stream. Games and anime chat on Sunday. Sucks I had to miss it, but I'll be gearing up for an extra long anime chat so I can catch up on 2 weeks of news. So yeah, start wrapping her up here. I want to thank everybody that showed up today. Loyal listeners, you, like Jake D, and Godzillionaire, and Alex Moore, and a new one, Cinema Anarchy. Nice to see you. And of course, Rupa Trupa. And Gap. Always nice to see you, Gap. And did I say Alex Moore? Oh, Alex, of course. Alex Moore, the working man. Who else was there? Nico was there. Yeah. Always nice to see Nico. We hang out in Blaine's chat there usually. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Gap. I'm glad to have you guys along. I like to share this stuff with you, and I like to hear what you guys have to say and any questions that you have about it. Anytime I can answer your questions, I'm more than happy to. If you guys want to do me a favor, just hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, spread the word, tell your friends. Come on by for Trades Talk Tuesday. It's a good time. You share some stories, you learn a few things, see how things are doing out in industry, and if you happen to know somebody that's not sure about a career that they want, maybe suggest to them, you should get into the skilled trades. Try that out. There's lots to choose from. And by the way, there's this guy, every Tuesday, he talks about that. You should go check him out. There's other good channels out there too, people I watch, like Pacific 4 and 4, and Blaine from Blaine's Escape Corner. There's Ronan66, DJ Ronnie G, there's Brandon the Anime Guy, the Nerdporeal Lifeform, there's Angry Canadian, our own Woopa Troopa, and Punkwaddle. You can see him at Floral from Under a Rock, and he's on Snowdub's channel as well. I have a Discord, it's called The Shop, because, all tradesmen hang out at the shop. Coming up Saturday, game stream, more Golden Sun. I got to take on that Venus lighthouse. I got to go through that whole lighthouse and see what I can do in there. More grinding, it sounds like to me, but hopefully I can do it without getting wiped out. And then Sunday is anime chat. This month's theme is, what was this month's theme? Mystery / detective. So come and see some mystery and detective shows that you may not have heard of before, or you may not have seen, and I'll try to go through them and see what you guys think. Maybe it'll entice you to watch one of those shows. Kind of like how I convinced Godzillionaire to watch My Dress Up Darling. He binged it all in one day. You maniac. But you know what? Good shows will do that. You'll want to watch binge your shows if they're really that good. All right. So, until we meet again, everyone, hopefully on Saturday, I have been Pop, and I am signing off.